In example 2, we're asked to convert mixed numbers and fractions to decimals. So we start with 3/8, and when we have just a fraction by itself, no mixed number, we simply divide the numerator by the denominator, the top by the bottom. So we set up a long division problem with 3 divided by 8. So first we look at how many times will 8 go into 30. That would be 3 times. We'll go ahead and put our decimal up here, put a 0 in the front. 8 times 3 is 24. We subtract that, that gives us 6. We bring down another 0. 8 times 7 is 56. Again, subtract, that gives us 4. Bring down another 0, and then 8 times 5 is 40. So 3/8 as a decimal is 0.375, or 375 1/1000ths. Now with a mixed number, it's not much more complicated. We just simply know that we're going to leave the whole number out front. So say we have, for example, b in example 2 is 2 1/3. So we know that's going to end up being 2 point something. So now we just do what we did in the first problem with 3/8. We have 1/3, so we take 1 and we divide that by 3. Again, we know we're going to need at least 1 0. I'm going to write a couple more just to be safe. And then we first look at how many times will 3 go into 10. Put our decimal up here, 0 in the front, and we recognize that 3 times 3 is 9. Any more than that would be larger than 10. We subtract, that gives us 1. We bring down the 0, that gives us 3 again. And we should start to notice a pattern here. Each time we end up with 1 left over, and we're going to be multiplying by 3. So this is just going to repeat infinitely. And so 1/3 is 0.3 repeating, and therefore 2 1/3 is just 2.3 repeating. And then the last problem that we're given in example 2 is to convert 5 17/25. So again, we know that's going to equal 5 point something. And we divide 17 by 25. Now how many times will 25 go into 170? Well, we know 4 times is 100, 5 is 125, 6 is 150, 7 would be too big with 175, so we know it's going to be 6. Again, we put our decimal up here, put a 0 out front. 25 times 6 is 150. Again, we subtract. That gives us 20. Bring down the 0. And then 25 will go into 200 8 times. So 5 17/25 is just 5.68. So again, the process for when we have a fraction is just use long division to divide the numerator by the denominator, the top by the bottom. Mixed number, we put the whole number part of the mixed number out front in the decimal, and then we follow the same process as if it was just a fraction, and then put that as the decimal to the right of the whole number that's part of the mixed number. And that's how we convert mixed numbers and fractions to decimals.